Well, hello to the family and everybody here. Um, Give Sammy another round of applause. When I first got to Reach, I met Sammy. Oh, what about 10 years ago or so now? I guess it's been quite a road seeing her progress there. So that was quite impressive to hear her story there. Is that? Hang on, I'll get. How's that? Is that a little better? A little better? Okay. I welcome everybody here. This is I guess my old stomping ground here in University Place. I lived out here for about 15 years prior to moving 4 years ago or so. But so I'm glad to be back here and share some time with you guys. My name is Kevin. Um, I'm one of the parents of a family that has been at Reach for, gosh, about 10 years, almost since 2009 or 10. It's been a while, so I'm testing my memory a little bit. But let me give you my story a little bit here as a parent. Prior to adopting back in 2009, my wife and I had two daughters, bio daughters. When we first started considering adopting, um, my wife was the driving force, and I was the one that was a little resistant. I'll add that in there, but I was being drugged, scratching and clawing, trying to hang on. She was going on mission trips with our church, and we decided to adopt from Ethiopia. The decision to adopt did not come easy because we were already dealing with having a child who requires special needs. But with all the turmoil and stress over adoption, once the kids were identified, we found out that they were HIV positive. And then sometimes that can be a little bit of a deterrent. Um, this was something neither one of us were educated on. We didn't know we could afford their medical care, but we knew we had a resource at Madigan Army Medical Center. Dr. Mary Fairchalk was the infectious disease doctor who took the time to sit down and educate us on living with kids with HIV. And this gave us a little comfort to move forward in the process. The bonus was Dr. Fairchalk had already been working with REACH, and she was our lead that brought us to the organization. We found the REACH parent group meetings were invaluable to us as parents because we could ask questions of those people that had already been there for years and years and years, raised kids that were a lot younger than ours. Knowing we were in a confidential environment, we were surrounded with people in our same situation. Some were hundreds of miles ahead of us on the road to raising kids with HIV, though. They armed us with knowledge of upcoming events and or problems that we might experience. After speaking with a parent that explained to us that their child had major problems in school after disclosing they were HIV positive, that was very enlightening for us. They explained to us all it took was the wrong person having this information and it caused chaos for their child's high school years. Uh, Another parent was speaking uh, about a, about opting out of HIV orientation classes taught in schools because they were outdated. And that was some of that stigma where they would put out information that just wasn't up to date with today's medications and the way people could live with HIV. These classes desperately needed to be updated, so we kept our kids away from this. This was knowledge we gained from the parent groups. This knowledge we gained from the parent groups was extremely important in raising our kids to feel normal and blend in as normal kids, and that's what really helped our kids. So they didn't go through a lot of the torment that a lot of these kids have. In the teenage years, however, tensions were high with one who quit school, left home, and there was no communication with the family for quite a bit of time. We didn't know where she was, and at the age of 16, life can be troublesome. Things were stressful, and we were worried about her safety, whether she was taking her HIV medications. Uh, I just occasionally sent a text to say, I hope all is well. I'm not trying to bother you. If you ever need anything, I'm here for you. And that's all I would say. Just a quick text here and there, quick text here and there. Well, eventually she started talking to me. She was in a small town with few prospects, and in fact she was not getting her HIV medications. She was off our medical insurance at the time and was not sure what to do about it. My first call, of course, was to these guys because, I had been working with them for so long. And I knew they would have some answers or at least a direction that I might be able to take to get her some help. So is Pam here, by the way? There she is. That was my savior right back there in the back there. Pam paved the way by contacting the county public health department where our daughter was living, and I scheduled an appointment. She got a caseworker who put her on Washington State insurance. They scheduled her to see a doctor for an initial blood draw and then got her back on medications, and that was awesome. I was super, super excited about that. She came back this past year and had Christmas brunch with the family. She is now trying to get her GED and working 2 jobs at the same time. She is safe and healthy again. Reach helped put all that in motion. So the family was very, very appreciative of that. Sometimes, as our kids grow older, they're not willing to listen to our advice. We all know that, right? We all know that. And or wisdom. Some think they know it all. Some choose to get it from their friends instead, and that's a fact. We all know that's the truth. In any case, this does not negate the fact that Reach is there as a resource, and that's what was very helpful for our family. We built friendships that will last a lifetime. I talked to people that has moved away. They might be just one family that's living down in California. A couple of families over in Spokane, and we still talk today, even though we can't see each other. It was always an annual thing. We get to see each other when we go to Reach. But we built good friendships that last a lifetime. It's truly amazing what a 3-day weekend and some smaller events during the year has created. And I thank you.